Good morning. So I'm trying to be quiet because Zach is sleeping still. He had a really bad acid reflux this morning. It's like an ongoing thing with him ever since I've known him. Like when he eats too much of the wrong thing or anything that may affect it at all, he gets really, really sick like early in the morning. And this morning was really bad and I feel terrible, so I'm trying to let him rest. I'm out in the kitchen and the bedroom is on the opposite side of the house. So he is sleeping. It's so funny. Look out the window. You can see my little kitty, Charlotte. See, where is she? You see her out there? Like right there. So she's just like playing outside right now. And I'm having my first cup of coffee. I'm thinking about making breakfast in a little bit. I'm not really sure what I want. I kind of want to have eggs just to get the protein, and because they're so delicious. Like my breakfast yesterday was like phenomenal. And yesterday was really, really good. Like for a Saturday, like normally I would like eat tons of junk food and stuff, but like I had avocado toast with fried eggs yesterday morning, and then for lunch I had a roast beef sandwich with Sara Lee 45 calorie bread. I had 2 slices of bread with 2 slices of roast beef. I had a piece of provolone cheese, half of an avocado, and a little bit of mustard, lettuce, and tomato. It was so good, and I had it. I did it like a panini kind of. So I did use like a little bit of olive oil, and excuse me, I'm still getting over my still getting over my sickness, but so I used a little bit of olive oil in the pan and kind of like toasted the bread that way and made sure the sandwich was like hot when I ate it. It was so delicious. And altogether that sandwich was just about, I would say like maybe like 200 calories total, 225 calories. I just did a little bit of math of what my breakfast and lunch was like yesterday. I didn't have a morning snack. I just had a small matcha latte with oat milk, and that was at about 11 o'clock yesterday. And then Zach and I headed into Bangor. He has this thing that he does where like every year he'll like just come across a post and he'll be like, oh, it's sweetest day. And I'm always like, what is sweetest day? And now I know what it is, but it's just a day to kind of like appreciate your significant other and like show love to the one you love, your sweetest person, and be the sweetest you can be to that person. So yesterday he's like, I really need a new hat. He bought one in Ohio when we were there in August, and he lost it. Like we lost it in the move. Either it's in the back of the car under a bunch of my paintings that we just can't find it right now, or it's missing. So he's like, can I get a new hat today? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So we went to the mall, and we went to Lids, and I wish I had it right now. I posted a picture on Instagram. It's also on my Facebook, but I posted a picture of this like the cutest little Boston Red Sox hat. It's like tan with black speckles. And I can't remember the name of the pattern. I'll have to look it up. And next time I make a video, maybe I'll mention it if I can remember. I'm trying to stay as organized as possible with my videos, making them at least 2 or 3 times a week, just to keep posting and stay on top of my channel. But that's what we did yesterday for Sweetest Day. We also had some errands to run. I had to go get some stuff done for my new job. I got hired at YMCA. I know it was either yesterday or the day before I posted a video, and I was talking about how I like was waiting to hear back from the YMCA. Well, I did get the position, I think Friday. So I think it was Friday when I made the video. So I'm just really super excited about that. So I just have to wait for like a typical background check, stuff like that. I will be working around children, so not directly with them, but like they're going to be in the same vicinity as me. So I definitely have to get a background check. This morning I'm drinking just a cup of coffee. It looks almost black, but it's just because I'm using oat milk. And So it's Oatly oat milk, but it's in like the box, so you get it in like the baking section of the grocery store, not like in the like the fridges. So it like you can get like in container or two. I got two containers. I got one with vanilla and one just like the creamy oat. And I used the whole vanilla one like all last week. Zach had a couple cups of coffee with it. He really liked it. And now I have the creamy oat one. I just opened it this morning because I just ran out of the vanilla today. I had like just barely enough to make my coffee, but I wanted a little extra. So I opened up the new container. Um, but yeah, so where was I going with this? Um, oh yeah, my coffee is coffee Dunkin'. It's Dunkin' espresso brew, K-cup with Oatly and a little spoon of stevia. I use stevia not in all my drinks, but when I want something sweeter, I'll use like a half a teaspoon or like almost a teaspoon of stevia. And I put cinnamon in it this morning. I haven't been every morning, and I've mostly been saving the cinnamon for like my oatmeal and stuff, but sometimes I really like my coffee made with cinnamon too. So yesterday I ate really super healthy. Like after lunch, I was only at about 600 calories. Like I just did, like you can see this little patch of numbers. Um Yesterday I ended my lunch at about 600 calories, 625 calories. And then we took a nap together, which was like super unusual. Like Zach never takes naps, and last night he's like, I want to lay down. So I got up around 3:30, 4 o'clock and had some strawberries and a couple of the baby bell cheeses. I do sometimes get the whole milk ones just because like they're way tastier, like they're creamy, they're not like crumbly and gross. Like I do not like the light ones. They're okay like in a pinch, but like they don't really like taste like anything. The full flavored ones, like the full milk, full fat ones, are like way more delicious. They make me fuller, longer. So I had about probably like 7 or 8 strawberries and two of those. So that probably would have been like another like 150 calories, like another 200 calories. And then we ordered Chinese last night. Zach was on his phone for like good 10 minutes by himself in the bedroom. He was like, honey, come here. And because he was like, can I have a minute to myself? And I'm like, yeah. So he called me into the bedroom, and after waking up from his nap, probably it was almost 5 o'clock at the time, and he ordered us Chinese food from Bangor. We ordered from Chinese Number One, which is like typically something that has a restaurant with like a very, very bad reputation, like for having bad food. But the food we ordered last night is I got like 5 or 6 different things. Like he kind of went all out on this Chinese food, which was kind of cool because it was sweetest day yesterday, and he was just like really sweet yesterday. And we don't order Chinese food a lot, but when we do, like we always kind of like are a little modest with it. Like we just order like one thing for each of us, and then like a poo poo platter or something. I usually get like hot and sour soup, and that's like my go-to. Once in a great while, I'll get sweet and sour chicken, but we never like try anything new. So last night is I got this like crispy, like I don't know, it was like crispy spicy chicken something or beef. I think it was chicken. And then we got seafood crispy noodles. We got pork belly. We got he did get sweet and sour chicken. He got an egg roll. We got crab rangoons. We got what else did we get? A couple other things that were just like really interesting. And Zach ate most of it last night. So I had like a plate to myself, like a big plate for me for the last week that I've eating compared to what I have been eating. I bet I ate like 400 calories worth of like Chinese food, which is like a ton of food. And I just, well, probably more than that, but I don't think I went over my 1,300 calorie budget by any means because I had like 500 calories left in my day. And I had some chicken fingers. I had a little bit of everything, and except for the crispy vegetable noodles, which I'm going to save for like sides. So like with my lunch today, I'll probably have like I'm trying to think. I might make like a chicken, like chicken in the air fryer, like chicken thigh with like some like everything bagel seasoning. and then have like a side of like the crispy noodles, just like a half a cup of it, because technically it would be a carb. I find that typically Chinese food, and when you're ordering Chinese food, it's very high carb, really sugary foods, or stuff that has just like really high carb concentrate. So I did get some advice once from a nutritionist that I saw a year ago or so. She said order like the satay or the mixed vegetables, stuff like that, like not anything with batter or anything like that, but it's so boring. So I'm just like being really good about following my calories. I have been really good about following my protein intake. I have been getting it with every meal. For the last, like the first few days of the week, I only had like oatmeal for breakfast. And Zach was like, well, you need to start eating more protein than just oatmeal, or something more than just oatmeal for breakfast. He's like, of course you're going to be starving and grumpy by like 10:30 if you're eating oatmeal at like 6 o'clock in the morning and not having anything else. So I'm trying to eat more eggs with my meals in the morning. Definitely getting a ton of healthy fats, and that I think is really contributing to me losing some water weight. I immediately lost 2 pounds on this diet. This morning I am a little like heavier than I was yesterday, just by like a pound and a half, just because like, you know, Chinese food has a ton of sodium, ton of carbs, like very salty. So I'm sure I'm just like holding on to like a pound of water easily. Like my body naturally like is very sensitive to those things. So I know it's something I've talked about in the past, in whether it's on a YouTube channel or mostly in my Instagram stories. I'll have like, I used to like even like a month ago I was eating like this. Like I would have like no breakfast, 2 cups of coffee with cream and sugar, well, stevia and milk. And then I would have like a donut after dropping Zach off at work. And then I would have like chicken fingers from the gas station. And then I would eat McDonald's for dinner and then follow it with like an ice cream from Dairy Queen. Like literally that was like an average day for me. And it's kind of embarrassing thinking about it now, because I was like, oh, I'm eating healthy. Like, oh, I'm not gonna gain any weight by eating this way. Like, and all I did was put on weight for a year. So, now that I'm getting back to a healthier lifestyle, like after a whole week of eating really, really healthy, like, I don't mind like having a small plate of Chinese food. Oh, we also ordered lo mein. That was my choice. That was the only thing I requested, was lo mein. And he got like the house lo mein, so it had like beef, chicken, shrimp. I'm not sure if it had scallops, but it was tasty. And so I had a little tiny extra serving of that at the end of the night. And today I just plan on being super low key. Just eating, you know, I don't want to do bare minimal, because I watch so many nutritionists online. There's one lady I specifically like. I will see if I can look her up and talk about her in my next YouTube. I'm still pretty new to like setting up my comments and like my like everything set up on my each video. So if I can find a link and post it below for this nutritionist channel that I really love. I don't even know her name at all, but I'll see if I can find her and post her below. She talks a lot about influencers and celebrities that follow specific diets and that give nutritional advice. And she kind of makes it, she tells you the difference between what is something you should listen to and other things that you should just kind of like keep away from for the most part. And what I find is that like most of the channels on YouTube that I follow give really good advice. Like I feel like I have a knack for this. Like I studied nutrition in college for like 4 years. It was my minor. My major was fine arts, but I minored in nutrition, and I took 1 year when I first went to college, and then I came back and did 3 more years taking nutrition classes. They were all entry, like pretty novice classes. But I know these things. Like I know a lot about nutrition, and it's just me being stubborn. The reason I put on weight is because like I just had this like needed to heal like my mental health. Like I had eating disorders growing up. Like I just really needed to discover my true passions for food, what I think is good, what I know is bad, stuff like that, and learn for myself. So the reason I put on weight also is because of some medications that I take. That's, I think, the biggest factor. I didn't, when I explained earlier that like I was eating like Dairy Queen and McDonald's and Dunkin' like every day, it literally wasn't every day, but it was a couple times a week. And probably more than a couple times a week, if I'm being honest. But I do find that when I have advice from other nutritionists, it's really fun because um, it just kind of solidifies my confidence. Like if I'm feeling confident about a choice I'm making, and then I hear like a renowned nutritionist saying like, oh, this is what you should be doing, and it's exactly what I have been thinking, it makes me want to do it. So it's like mind, body, spirit, that whole connection. But I don't know. It's a journey. But like I've been saying, now that I've been doing this for a week, I feel super confident, and I know that today, that's where I was going with this. Today I don't want to do bare minimal, because when you have a big night drinking, I don't drink, but if you drink a lot in a night, or if you eat a lot of snacks and foods the night before all day long, like football game Sunday and Monday, you want to get back to it, and all you do is drink lemon water and eat salad, like that's really unhealthy, because your body still needs the nutrients to get through the day, and then the next day you're going to feel even worse, and you're going to be hungry, you're going to binge, you're going to do all these things, maybe not like medically binging, like maybe it's not a disorder, but there are forms of binging, like when you don't when you eat like salad all day and the next day you eat a burger and french fries, and like then you have a steak for dinner, like that's kind of a form of binging. And so learning to stay away from habits like that are really important for me, because binge eating was a huge part of my college days, which only ended in 2017, was when my last year in college. And I would eat so healthy, like super like hyper healthy. Like I think I've talked about this before too, is like when you're like obsessively eating healthy, like it's not healthy at all. So like I was excuse me, I was eating like steamed chicken and fish and vegetables every night for dinner. I would have like nori snacks, bananas, apples, mango, fruit, whatever for snacks, breakfast, and dinner. Lunch was usually like tofu, because I was vegetarian in college. I was a vegetarian for like 10 years, from when I was 16 till I was about 26 or 27. And uh, then towards the end of my last year in college, I was dealing with some mental health issues. Like I have a chronic illness that is considered a disability. So on my channel, I'm totally saying this out loud. Um, it doesn't affect me like it does when um, I'm not taking care of myself the way I'm supposed to. So I was like binging every day on like cupcakes and cookies and pizza late at night. I'd order a whole pizza and like lava cakes from Domino's, and I would eat it all. And the next day I would go and order like a dozen donuts, go home and eat them all, and then go to class and like puke. Like it was a terrible, terrible, terrible. Oof, don't want to talk about it. But so yeah, so just avoiding those situations where you want to eat less because you ate more the day before. Eat like you would if you were just having a normal day. Like today, I'll probably have oatmeal and like an egg. That's what I'm thinking. Because 2 eggs I think would be too much, because in the mornings I don't always have the biggest appetite. When I was a teenager, I used to have just a cup of Special K in the morning with like a banana if I was feeling special. Back then I was kind of like not eating the way I should either. Like I would like pass out during like sports practices and stuff because I didn't eat enough during the day. I have technically been dieting since I was like 10 years old. Like, and what 10-year-old knows anything about diet and exercise? Like, not very many. So, unless your parent is like telling you these things, and like actively involving you in their sorry. Ooh. It's like deep in my throat. I didn't mean to say that. But it's like unless your parent has like actively involved you in their life of nutrition and wellness and they're very involved with it themselves, then you're not going to know a lot other than like what you see on like Instagram, on TikTok, like all these fad diets that a lot of the time aren't good for you. So, and I am not a nutritionist. I'm not an RD. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist at all. I just have some classes under my belt from college and a lot of experience from my lifetime. So, and I'm still learning to heal every day. So, this is Morning Talk with Vinny Chandler. And let me tell you, like, it is always a learning process. Like, there's so much to learn about health and wellness and fitness. Like, it is never ending. You can always build, you can always lose, you can always gain, you can always maintain. Like, it's always a process. For me, I'm just trying to lose right now. I do need to get on the exercise boat with this job at the YMCA that I just got hired for Friday. I get a full family membership. That means Zach and I get to go to the gym for free whenever we want to, and we have access to the classes. I think we would still have to pay a certain portion of like the fitness classes, but the gym itself and the pool and the whole facility, other than like fitness classes, we get for free. And so it is such an amazing opportunity. I cannot mess this up. I am saying it right now. I am gonna stick with this for as long as I can. Like, it's amazing, and I feel like it could open so many more opportunities for things out there. Like, I don't know if they do like personal training or stuff like that, but like if I got to the point in my fitness journey and health wellness journey that like I felt like I could teach other people to do what I've been doing myself, like becoming a personal trainer has always been one of my options. Like, I've always wanted to be that person. Like, it would make me so proud of myself if I could come to that point. Especially in a fitness journey. Like, weight loss is one thing, but like fitness is a whole nother like animal in itself. Like, it is just like the tiger in the cage, you know what I mean? Like, let that thing out. And so yeah, that's where I'm at today, and it's definitely like exciting and fun, but this video is just getting a little past 23 minutes, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will catch you another time. All right, love you. Bye.